Hi, everybody. It's Maggie McReynolds with Unsettling Books. And here with me is third-time author Ritu Goswami, here to talk about their book, The Lawyer Leader, Serve Authentically, Find Peace, and Create Change. Hi, Ritu.
Hello.
So this is the third in a series for you, right?
Yes, it's a series, but it's not a series, but yes. So this is my third book.
Mm-hmm.
The first two, actually, we can do show and tell today.
Oh, yay.
The first one is The New Billable Hour. The second is The Holistic Lawyer. And this is a series of books, of three books for lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically for lawyers, but anyone can partake. And the books are about how to bring balance, mindfulness, productivity, and now leadership into ourselves, into our own law practice, and into the legal profession.
I think most of us can say that we have friends or family members who are attorneys, and there's a sea change, it feels like, going on in the legal profession. Do these books sort of address where today's lawyers find themselves?
I was hoping you would ask that, because I started writing this book before the pandemic,
right?
And now releasing it, I don't know, still in pandemic. And so much has happened everywhere, especially in the legal profession. It's very interesting because lawyers like myself are very smart, but a big swift change like that about how we do work, how system, the court system, how we run our businesses, everything was thrown off. And people were forced to really think about their lifestyles like we all were. And so when I started writing this book, I knew that leadership was important. Actually, when I started writing it, we had some certain leadership issues in government.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that in order for us to find the leadership we need to become those leaders. And so as time has gone on, and writing the book and editing it and figuring out the best way to put it forward, it is a book about self-leadership. It is about taking charge of our own lives. I know that a lot of lawyers, and including a lot of people, are really questioning what it means to go back to work, or what have people been doing? Have people really had that work-life balance that they thought they did? They're moving so quickly. So it's a book, short read like my others, to help us to take a step back and really live our best life, to live authentic, serve authentically, live authentically, and to find that leadership within when the systems around us maybe are not moving fast enough, right? And so we have to create the change that we want to see.
Thank you. Your first line on Amazon in your book description caught my eye, and it says, "Be the lawyer you want to be, not the one you were told to be." What do you feel like the discrepancy is there?
So many of us have been told what to be, who to be, how to look, how to dress, how to behave.
Right.
And it's so much more in the legal profession. We're taught how to be lawyers, kind of pushing down our personalities, disconnecting from ourselves, from other people. This is why lawyers have a terrible reputation, I think. Like, a lot of it may be true because we're taught to be this way, very aggressive, putting on a persona. I talk about in the book, like a lawyer mask. So acting to be like someone we're not. And so the book is permission. And that's why, I wrote that. The book is permission to be the lawyer you want to be, especially, well, I was going to say, especially if you've been lawyering for a long time, but no, also new lawyers. Like, now is the time to really decide how you want to be a lawyer. And there has not been space for that. And so in order to figure out how to do that, we also have to figure out who we are. And the book helps you with that. And
that's such a universal message, right? I think even prior to the pandemic and the world turning upside down, but certainly since, I think so many of us are looking at our roles, our professional roles, our societal roles, our cultural and personal roles, and wondering, is this really how I want to keep doing it? And if not, what else then, right? What else is possible?
Authenticity, authentic, that word, it's hot right now. I think before
right.
I was thinking about it before, but now everyone's talking about it. Are you being your authentic self?
Right. Well, it's like getting a good breath, though, if you can really settle into, well, what is that genuine expression of me in the world, right? So you referenced the pandemic. You wrote this book, right, in a pandemic.
Yes.
So I know that the mythos is cool. I have all this time at home and I can just be creative and write a book and learn French. And did you find it easeful, or was it challenging?
Everything slowed down.
Yeah.
Me, around me, I was moving so quickly before, and I was just getting things done, crossing them off the list. And then with all the uncertainty, especially in 2020, a year ago in the summer, like there was so much uncertainty. Does this book even matter? Do I even matter? Like a lot of the questions that are in the book I was experiencing. So I know for all of us, we thought we're not commuting, we're not doing any social things, we're going to have all this time. But really writing, and I've said this before, writing is a very deep process, and the writing comes when it's going to come. So just because you have a lot of time to sit around or not sit around, or, a lot of time at home, doesn't mean the writing came any more easily. If anything, I had to go deeper into myself to access that writing because I had slowed down in my life.
Right. Well, and you have, the unique, not perhaps the unique challenge, but a challenge nonetheless of creating a stand for authenticity. And it's like, oh, I guess then that means I have to do that too. Right?
It's changing so fast for all of us, right? I think
right.
We're all hit like, whoa.
Right.
I have to question who I am at this time. Yeah. So same for me, same as the author writing the book. Yeah.
Yeah. So you work with lawyers as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've coached and consulted with attorneys. I think both fledgling and experienced. Yes. And I'm guessing that you've heard from them that they're hungry for this.
Yes. So
right?
I do coaching is kind of like executive coaching. I also consult with law firms. I run a support group for lawyers of color, and just even my readers or people who are following me on social media. It was the lawyers I work with and who have read my other books were kind of like, they're ready for more, So I think the first two books kind of set up, okay, we're going inward. Okay, who am I? And then it's like, what do I do with that? So this book is that bridge. Like, so if you've been working on yourself, or you want to be, and you're trying to bridge that disconnect between who you are and your work, your profession, this is that book. So that's what people were asking for. It's kind of like, how do I bring these two things together? Because I think we often compartmentalize, which I'm learning is good. There's work, there's home, there, you have all these different parts, but they still are all parts of ourselves. So we need to really understand what we're doing with our work. If we're not genuine in our work, that is going to affect the other parts of our life. So I think people want to know, like, what do I do now? Or how do I show up? How do I help my colleagues and my clients who are in that old model that doesn't work for me?
Right. Yeah. Right. It sounds so needed. Tell us where can we find your book?
Everywhere.
I love that answer.
The book is available in all formats. So I'm this time, because people were asking every time for different formats, then we're available. It's available in print, ebook, and audio, or with me narrating. And wherever you like to buy your books, I do encourage people to not go on Amazon, but it is available on Amazon. You can ask any local bookstore. You can inquire about the book. The ebook is also available in many retailers. We'll leave it at that.
Cool. And a reminder that the title is The Lawyer Leader.
Yes.
Serve authentically, find peace, and create change. Ritu, obviously, we would love everybody to go download the book. or get your hardback or your paperback. In addition to that, where can people find you?
Easy, my name. My website's my name, so it's ritugoswami.com. And then you can find more information about me, my programs, courses, other books, and information on this book as well.
Cool. Ritu, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. Is there going to be book number 4, or are you moving on to something else?
There is, but I don't know when.
Yeah, exactly. This one has been right? quite the childbirth, right?
Yes.
Perhaps some breathing, perhaps some resting.
Yes. Let's get this one out there.
Absolutely. Go find it, you guys. This is a really, as the editor, I'm going to say that this is a beautiful and easy, accessible read, and a wonderful combination of pragmatic, and I'm going to say near poetic. It is it's a beautiful little read. It really is, and it's like getting a really good breath. That's certainly how I found it, and I think you guys will too.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Ritu. Bye, everybody.